it would behoove him to go and study and look at the free SDA movement and to look at the reform SDA movement and to look at all the independent ministries and all the different things that's happening right now. Because remember, the conference was saying, hey, if don't give your money to them. They were one of the things the conference was saying. I remember when Pastor Vine came out first, and they stopped him from preaching in many pulpits with a antichrist spirit. They stopped him because it wasn't about free discussion and hey, let's study it out. It was about hey, let's stifle his speech, and we know where that comes from because it doesn't come from God. Now, when all this was happening, the General Conference made some videos, and Ted Wilson, at the time, the president of the GC, said, hey, these home churches need to pay a tithe to the conference. This is their wording. It's always follow the money. It's always about the money. And I do understand and recognize that money, takes money to move the church. And God has he has this format. And so we're not hating on that. But when you put the buggy before the horse, and when you say, oh, these home churches need to send a tithe, and but the reason why they're home churches is because when they were going to church, the church had the female pastors, had the music, had the jewelry, had I mean, I saw this final GC that they just did in St. Louis. The people that were standing up against the against bringing back up the previous session, talking about the vax and the poison and all that. The people that were up against that and standing up saying, "Hey, we don't want that." They didn't follow the dress reform. They don't follow the health message. They don't follow it. It's like somebody smoking saying, "Hey, don't smoke." It's foolishness. And this is the problem that we have right now because the Seventh Day Adventist Church, and I am Seventh Day Adventist, but the Seventh Day Adventist Church today now preaches that, and this is what they speak, not what they do, but they preach about, the great controversy, saying that, the final Babylon, Babylon is fallen, fallen is Babylon. And we see that it's the systems connecting, right? It's the um, it's the church and state connecting and coming together. But yet at the same time, they're preaching this message. They're taking state funds. They're taking, because of all the money that the Adventist universities are taking, they've been compromised. And because they're taking that money, they have the LGBTQ, they have all these different things. So you see, well, I can't preach a message if I'm not living it, right? So I can't tell you, come out of her, my people, if I'm, oh, hey, I'm taking the money from the state at the same time. And then along with the money from the state,